Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel and to another Honkai Impact reaction. Today we are watching this video, Thunder Reborn. I hope you're interested. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video. And I would say we will start right away. Let's go.
Greetings, Captain.
Hi.
Welcome back to Honkai Operations Center. In recent stories of Honkai Impact 3rd, Mei has been the center of stage.
Hmm.
She returned to the city of Nagazora, regained her Herrscher powers, and once again became the Queen of Thunder.
It was amazing.
How did this heiress of a multi-billion-dollar corporation turn into a Herrscher? What
Oh,
did she
okay.
experience and witness? To answer these questions, we have divided Mei's journey into 4 parts:
Okay.
Origins, Valkyrie, Arc Fugitive, and Returning to Nagazora.
Okay.
Mei Raiden was born on April 13, 1997 in the city of Nagazora.
Oh, she's
Her
still a
father,
baby.
Ryoma Raiden, was the head of Massive Electric Corporation.
Hmm.
Mei's mother, however, passed away when she was young, and her
Oh,
name remained a mystery.
okay. So we don't know
Mei
her
was
mother.
enrolled in the elite high school of Chiba Academy.
We know
Only
that.
children of rich, powerful, and connected people could hope to study there. And Mei
Oh,
Raiden happened
that's why her classmates were that disgusting. Oh, we all like you. I didn't see that in the other video.
to be one of them, and she was so much more. She was beautiful, tall, and intelligent. Everyone in school idolized her. But this
Like,
didn't
not
last
everyone is
forever.
bad, okay? Don't get me
Disaster
wrong.
struck ME Corp that her father owned. Ryoma Raiden became a criminal, guilty of economic fraud, and went missing to avoid arrest. Mei's life was turned upside down. Her classmates and even teachers turned cold
So
and
she was
ostracized
alone
her.
then, right?
That was when she
That is
learned that their
crazy.
friendship and adulation were only reserved for her family fortune and prestige, and those had disappeared when her father ran away.
Disgusting.
Left alone to face an uncaring world, Mei soon became extremely jaded.
I really hate people who are only there for your money and your fame, and once you don't have that anymore, they're just turning against you and hating you and stuff like that. Disgusting people, bro.
And started hearing a voice echoing in the darkness. It
Mm.
promised terrible powers. This world deserves to be destroyed.
I mean, could it be that because of like May's depression that the Honkai was like targeting her because she was an easy target, and maybe with like sentences like this, the world deserves to be destroyed, it was like capturing May.
She chose to become a Herrscher and ignited the 2014 Honkai outbreak in Nagazora.
Mm.
Millions died as a result. While Mei reveled in her new powers, a mysterious silver-haired transfer
Hmm?
student named Kiana Kaslana suddenly appeared to stop her.
With the bat.
Instead of trying to kill Mei for destroying the city, Kiana appealed to her human conscience. With her help, Mei successfully subdued the Herrscher within, and Kiana quickly became a close friend. The 2 girls met Bronya, and the 3 of them worked together to flee the stricken city. They were then taken into custody by Himeko, a Valkyrie of
Himeko.
Shiksal's Far East branch. Teresa Apocalypse, who's in charge of the Far East branch, used all her powers and resources to
So they are basically like telling us about the what is it called, the Nagazora manga? I don't know the exact name, but I guess they are just, you know, giving us a summary of the manga.
enroll the 3 girls into her own Valkyrie training school, St. Freya High. And that was Mei Raiden, an ex-heiress once worth billions who lost both her parents, became ostracized, acquired Herrscher powers,
Oops.
destroyed a city, met 2 very good friends, and started training to become a Valkyrie and defend the world against the Honkai. Mei was ever fearful of the Honkai within her and agreed to let Himeko implant a heart bomb. The bomb has a
I
sensor
forgot
that will
about
start a
that.
countdown if it detects Herrscher impulses within Mei. During her training, Mei and her friends Kiana and Bronya took on many missions that included stopping an ancient Honkai monster, Chio, and recovering a runaway battleship known as the Selene. Mei also demonstrated her superb cooking abilities. She even learned to play video games.
Cute.
But things would once again turn for the worst. Shortly after graduating as fully minted Valkyries, Mei, Kiana, and Bronya were sent to Shiksal's Oceania branch to recover a Herrscher core, the Gem of Desire. The gem was placed in an ex-Valkyrie named Wendy, who served as its
Wendy.
human vessel. But Wendy eventually lost control and became a Herrscher herself. While the young Valkyries battled Wendy,
So
Kokolia
it's
from
basically a
Schicksal's rival
recap
faction of
of like
Anti-Entropy ambushed them,
the
using a brain
previous
chip
chapters.
implant to control Bronya and capture both Wendy and May. While May was
Man,
held
this
as a
is such a
prisoner
long
to be
time
experimented
ago.
upon for her Herrscher powers, Bronya chose to sacrifice herself by burning out her brain
That
chip
was
so
crazy.
that Kiana and the others could rescue May and escape. May soon realized that her friends often suffered grievously just to save her. A sense of helplessness and a matching desire to get stronger began to grow in her heart. That wasn't the end of the bad news. As Teresa and the Far East Branch worked around the clock to wake Bronya from her coma, Schicksal overseer Otto Apocalypse
Oh god, my
suddenly
best
abducted
friend.
Kiana and took her to his secret headquarters.
Uh,
It turned out that the overseer always had a secret plan of reviving a Herrscher known for her burning hatred against humanity. May, once hopeful that she could protect the world as a Valkyrie, realized that she simply wasn't strong enough. Bronya went into a coma to save her. Kiana was kidnapped,
brain chip burn. Bro. Kidnapped.
and her ultimate superior, Otto Apocalypse, turned out to be a scheming supervillain who
Hidden
would
villain.
soon unleash a
Bro, we know from the beginning that he's just a crazy person.
terrible Honkai disaster upon the entire planet.
He shot Fu.
Once
Wow,
again,
man.
May's life entered another pivotal moment. Kiana was revealed to be an artificial clone designed by Otto that served one purpose only: to serve as a vessel to Sirin, the second Herrscher who was
Sirin.
defeated in the year 2000. To rescue Kiana and stop the impending Honkai eruption, Teresa of the Far East Branch rebelled against Overseer Otto. May also became part of the alliance forged by Teresa and Anti-Entropy. And together they fought their way into the headquarters of Schicksal itself. While battle raged, Sirin began to stir in her slumber. The second Herrscher gradually assumed control over Kiana's body and summoned a horde of Honkai beasts. To help clear the way to the possessed Kiana, Teresa decided to remove the heart bomb from May.
I kind of forgot about that.
May was grateful for Teresa's trust. Armed with the power of the Herrscher within, she easily defeated numerous enemies. But all her struggles were in vain. When the rebels stepped into the heart of Schicksal, Sirin's persona had already succeeded in fully possessing Kiana. A terrible battle followed. Sirin tore away the Gem of Conquest from May's body and acquired even greater powers. The brutal removal of the Herrscher core also took May out of the fight. Just when all hope was lost, Himeko entered into the fray and bravely fought Sirin. Her selfless fight gave everyone the time they needed to escape.
Don't show
Teresa
this.
and the exhausted rebels withdrew from Schicksal. They failed to stop Otto and Sirin and became fugitives on the run. The Battle of Schicksal was yet another blow in May's life. She couldn't save her best friend.
White
Sirin
Queen
even took
regains
May's
power.
core, gaining greater powers to wreak havoc on the entire planet.
Himeko
And in the
fights
face
her
of such
off.
an enemy, May's only option was to flee.
It must be
Having
so
been on
hard
the run
me.
for 4 months, Teresa came across witness reports of Kiana at Arc City, located in Shenzhou. Teresa, Bronya, and May tried contacting an intel dealer named Grey Serpent.
Oh god.
Instead, they came across the Ningyo, a cyborg girl who might know Kiana's whereabouts. But Schicksal's agent Rita suddenly appeared and defeated the three fugitives. They were forced to retreat with the Ningyo. The bad news was that the Ningyo no longer had any useful data after being formatted by Rita. May, who felt she had been performing poorly in battle, asked Dr. Tesla
It feels like a lifetime ago that I played these like chapters because of all the reading and in between stuff. I'm just slowly going through the chapters, but it feels such a long time ago that I have been in like Arc City, but it isn't that long ago, right? 2 months maybe?
to make her an augmented battlesuit to work better with her
Or
residual
1
Herrscher
month?
powers.
I don't know.
Meanwhile, the fugitives also decided to split their forces in two. Teresa would respond to Kokolia's request and head to the deep located in the Pacific to retrieve the Gem of Desire. May and Tesla would return to AE headquarters with the Helios to repair the Ningyo for data salvaging and locate Kiana's whereabouts.
And this is when we
While May
went
and
to the Sea
Tesla
of
worked on the
Wonder,
Ningyo,
right?
the cyborg suddenly conveyed a message from Rita. Rita revealed that Kiana was indeed in Arc City to investigate a mysterious serpent-backed company. Kiana even agreed to form a temporary alliance with Rita,
We saved Rita.
But Rita soon walked into a world serpent trap and lost her S-rank Valkyrie powers. Kiana was also captured by the world serpent. With little
That scene
options
was
left,
crazy.
Rita thus decided to call May for support. Though suspicious of Rita, May would not give up any chance of reuniting with Kiana and went back to Arc City eventually. May was also surprised that Rita did not lie and even tried working with her. May did get what she wanted, reuniting with Kiana. She asked her friend to return to the Hyperion. However, Kiana chose to stay in Arc to stop the World Serpent from creating an artificial Honkai eruption in the city. A World Serpent mercenary named Raven tried to stop Kiana, and the two girls fought her off, only to realize that Raven succeeded in delaying them. A wounded May could only see her friend tapping into the Forbidden Void powers to send the detonating Honkai reactor away from the city
And now
save
she's on the
millions
edge
of
of
people.
dying.
Kiana
Oh,
passed
this
out
game
from
is so
overexerting herself and
crazy.
fell. Her deadly descent was stopped by a tree that sprouted from a lance. May rushed forward to save her friend, only to find out that Durandal, the most powerful S-rank Valkyrie of Schicksal, had arrived first. And this Valkyrie was ordered to take Kiana away. No matter how hard May fought, she couldn't stop Durandal. Once again, the cruel hands of fate tore them apart.
Man.
The attempted reunion with Kiana at Arc City only deepened May's angst.
This game
She was
has
too
so
weak
many
to stop
emotions.
Schicksal, and her weakness allowed them to take
crazy.
Kiana. Though imprisoned at Schicksal's Vemur Labs in North Africa, Kiana managed to escape during the chaos caused by a World Serpent attack. She used her void powers
Kevin.
again and teleported herself to Nagazora, the place where she first met May. Dr. Tesla detected the energy fluctuations from Kiana's teleportation, and thus the fugitives headed toward the city that was destroyed by the Honkai eruption 3 years ago. May and Tesla arrived at the city ruins and tried looking for Kiana. Instead, they found scavenging children living in shelters who survived the Honkai disaster. And the sensei protector of these children who helped build their shelters was none other than Raven,
That was a
the World
shocking
Serpent
reveal,
mercenary that May
man.
fought in Arc City. When facing rising sea
Remember
levels
when I
and Honkai
thought that
resurgence,
Himeko might
and
be the
also due
one,
to
or
her need
even
to protect the
Corpolia,
children,
and it
May
turned
agreed
out
to
to
set
be
aside
just like
hostilities and join
Raven.
forces with Raven. Together, they located Kiana's whereabouts and even defeated the Honkai dragon Benares that was trying to protect its queen. Then Raven revealed her intent for coming to Nagazora. She wanted to kill Kiana and end the threat of the Honkai she poses. Nevertheless, Raven gave May a chance to stop herself. May drew her blade without hesitation and ended her brief alliance with Raven. But without her Hersher gem, May was no match against Raven. The mercenary even scoffed at her, calling her no different than an ordinary human. May knew
Wow.
that Raven would kill Kiana once she was defeated. She decided to sacrifice herself and started concentrating Honkai energy within her. Raven was shocked. She just witnessed a coreless ex-Hersher releasing a sudden burst of terrible power.
That
She
was
therefore allowed
amazing.
May to take Kiana away. After
But I
enduring
guess
many
somehow
battles
May
and defeats,
still has
May was
some
finally
Hersher
able to bring Kiana home.
energy in her.
But then
even
Dr.
without
Tesla
the
told
core,
her the
right?
bad news. The 3 Hersher cores within Kiana had overloaded her body with Honkai infection. She had less than 2 months to live. May found herself utterly helpless after hearing the bad news. She also found that Kiana had lost several senses and could not even taste the food she cooked. The World Serpent, however, was well aware of the relationship between May and Kiana. Kevin Kaslana, the sire of the World Serpent, met May in person. He was a
Kaslana.
previous era survivor and lauded as their most powerful warrior.
Like the hot
Kevin
people are
promised May
always
that the
like
World
crazy.
Serpent could save Kiana's life, and that would require May to simply become a Honkai Hersher once again. Once May
Oh, so these are like the Herrscher cores that Kiana has: Serenity, Conquest, and Void.
became a Hersher, one of the Hersher cores infecting
Hersher
Kiana would
May.
dissipate and reappear in May instead, greatly reducing Kiana's infection. But May would have to leave Kiana and join the World Serpent to ensure that their grand project succeeds. And when
Project
Project Stigma
Stigma.
successfully reforms the human race and defeats the Honkai, Kiana would no longer have to sacrifice herself to protect the world. To save her dying friend, May accepted the Serpent's offer without hesitation. And shortly after making her choice, a channel into the Sea
Man,
of
I
Quanta
don't think
suddenly
it's that
appeared in
easy.
Nagazora. It turned out that Otto had fired the second divine key
Yeah,
to
because he's
create a channel
crazy
right
as
through the
well.
sea.
Like, men are
And this
just
was
crazy
only
in this
possible
game.
because of the deal that Kevin and Otto made a few days ago. Kevin told May that she should take this chance to absorb Honkai energy seeping from Nagazora and complete her metamorphosis. Everything that
She's so
began in
beautiful as a
Nagazora would end in
Herrscher.
the same city. 3 years ago, Kiana stopped May from becoming a
Mm,
Herrscher, and the two girls became best friends. And now, May has decided to become a Herrscher once more,
crazy
just to
scene.
save Kiana. When the transformation is complete, May
I still don't understand why they fought each other. Like, I kind of understand, but at the same time, I don't. So, yeah.
will have to betray her friends and join forces with the enemy. But that's the price she needs to pay. Entering the darkness is the
Mm.
only way she can return Kiana to bliss. We're happy that you managed to stay with us and reach the end of this video.
It
We would
was
also
very
like to know what you think
interesting.
about the story so far and what you would like to see next. Back
What do I think about the story so far? It is crazy. It's been, even though I'm only at chapter 17, it's been like a journey, right? And I really think that Honkai is like one of the games that has such a good story writing that it keeps me going, you know? I actually am not too much of a fan of this like typical mobile games where you have to like go through stages and use like stamina for these stages and stuff like that. It's like typical mobile game, right? I'm usually not a fan of that, but the story of Honkai is just so good that you have to go on. You know, it's like kind of crazy, but I really, really enjoy going through this. The characters are amazing. Character development is amazing. Story writing is amazing. Like the complexity of the story is insane. Like there is a lot of thought in the story, right? Like how everything connects with one another. I say this in nearly every Honkai video now, but Honkai Impact is great, and if you haven't played it yet, you should definitely do it. I don't know how the chapters will be like later on because I'm still early in the game, right? But it still is insane. I think from like chapter 8 to now, these are the best chapters because it's like a little bit, there is more happening. Like the first ones were good as well, but as many people said, it was like a little bit slower, right? But still very interesting because if the start isn't as interesting, it's like really hard to not like fall asleep during the playing because I get bored very easily.
background history of the factions such as the World Serpent, Shiksal, and Anti-Entropy, or background stories of characters on your Valkyrie roster, perhaps even secret technologies of the previous era. Do
Mm.
leave your opinions in the comments section. We'll see you next time.
Okay, as I said before, it was very interesting to watch. I love that we got like a recap of what happened, like the major points, what happened in the story right now. Because sometimes I need a little bit of a recap. I'm trying to like memorize everything that is happening, but like some details I can't really remember, and sometimes like the mangas are a little bit, you know, in the past and I can't really remember what happens. And yeah, I don't have the time to like reread everything. So I kind of like that we get like this overview and recap in this video. They do a really good job with the explaining, so I can't wait to check out more. Yeah, but that's it for this reaction. I hope you enjoyed it as always. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.